big aim of the European Union, particularly to support member states in getting rid of dependency or full dependence on Russian gas. But now, interestingly, with Russia starting to build export terminals to export LNG as well, we had a few months even where Russia was the #1 LNG supplier of Europe. We have had a look at the utilization rate of each and every of the big LNG terminals in Europe. Overall, in the last 7 years, LNG terminals have only been used at less than a third of their capacity. We could, in theory, import loads and loads more of LNG as actually there is being imported. And of course, the aim should be at importing even less than what we do and gradually phasing out all imports altogether. Public opposition and amazing campaigners have led to a situation in which we can call quite a few of the LNG terminals across Europe failed. I included here Cork and Shannon. At this moment in time, we have had quite a lot of terminals with a lot of issues of going ahead or being cancelled altogether or never actually starting operations and costing millions and millions and millions.
If you want to deal with this problem, my position is that you have to ask yourself, what's the end game? There are alternatives. Electrofuels generically, and electrofuels start with hydrogen, are essential. In risk management terms, the climate risks far outweigh energy security risks. I'm saying energy security risks are significant and we should think about it, but the climate risks are vastly larger and more serious. And the only way to really address the climate risks is fast and reliable elimination of CO2 emissions. And that really means elimination of fossil fuel, not burning fossil fuels at all. Liquefied natural gas, in my view, is, in terms of addressing our natural gas security issue, is sticking plaster on gangrene. It's actually going to make the problem worse. Deployment of LNG import routes into Ireland would inevitably slow down our exit from natural gas use of all sorts. And it would likely, because of the mix of fracked natural gas with higher upstream emissions and liquefied natural gas, it would likely expose us to even greater upstream emissions and greater upstream damages generally, not just greenhouse gas emissions, but all the things that go with it. If you're serious about proper response to the Paris Agreement goals, then a much faster phase out of fossil fuels is necessary. And that's the solution to Ireland's chronic energy insecurity, not other sticking plasters.
Understanding the impacts of LNG on the other side, that upstream side of the supply chain. So that's a picture of Becca from Texas, who came over to Cork last year, and she met with Port of Cork, who were considering the LNG project, and it really made a difference that she was able to say to them, I live near the Permian Basin in Texas, and the flares are going up all night. And it's, she was able to talk about the real impacts of fracking. So I guess for us it's really important for all of us to understand that impact that I think for policymakers as well, understand that impact that our decisions in this privileged position we find ourselves are affecting people right down through the energy supply chain.